Hey everybody, so today is June 20th, 2023, and I am going to go ahead and talk about something that's been going on with Q Computer Channel for the past 7 days that has drastically impacted what I earn from ads on this channel. So, I've never really been transparent about what I make from this channel, but tonight I'm going to actually open up a bit and share some data. I did some research, and while apparently you cannot share certain details like your page RPMs and your CPMs, you can, however, share your total earnings, or the net earnings, whatever you want to call it. So, as a YouTube partner, the way I believe it works is I think the partner, the creator, gets 55% of the share, and YouTube gets 45% of the share of total revenue earned from videos. Used to be, to my understanding, YouTube generally did not show ads on videos unless the video was either monetized by, say, the content creator who's in the partner program, or if the video is monetized through a Content ID copyright claim. But nowadays, it seems that videos will see ads regardless, because YouTube now seems to put ads on videos that are not being actually monetized by either a copyright claimant or the creator. So there's a bug going around, and yes, I'm calling it a bug because it's affecting quite a few people. And it's affecting people who, honestly, I would say are not guilty of this practice. It's called invalid activity or invalid clicks, or invalid traffic, actually. So, back on, I think it was June the 13th, I noticed a huge drop in my daily earnings on YouTube. The start of June actually had been relatively good, and I think part of that is because one of my older videos, the video that I posted of me showing how to disable or uninstall apps on an Android phone, started trending. Matter of fact, as of to date, just this month so far, we're 20 days into June, the video has had roughly 2.3k views, which is actually up on top and is nearly 1k views more than the video that has been trending on the channel for about the past year, which was the resurrection of an HP OfficeJet Pro 8600 printer. Yeah, that video just took off. So I uploaded a new video, just an updated video of me uninstalling apps on a much newer phone, and of course put a card in the original video at that time, and that video was posted on June the 14th. So on June 12th, I posted a video, should you install Windows 11 on a system not meeting the Microsoft Elite Class minimum requirements. But I don't think that had anything to do with things. So one thing about this month that kind of struck me as a little unusual, but not totally unusual, is despite views being relatively constant, and of course I'm having to look around the camera for this, so views range roughly between 1.6k per day up to 2.2k views per day, all throughout the month thus far. Yet ad revenue did some weird things back on June 4th, June 5th, and June 6th. So typically over the past, well, I'd say this year, 2023, once we got into spring and ad auctions started to pick back up after the big low that we have every January and February, my daily earnings were in the neighborhood of between $8 to $13 a day. Okay, so June 5th saw something really weird. June 5th saw $31 in earnings. I was like, whoa, that's a record for the channel. The last time I earned anywhere near that much was, I want to say, about 8 years ago. 7 or 8 years ago, where one day, and I think this was near Christmas, when ads are usually at their peak of the year. I think the highest I'd ever earned in the past was like $20 and something. So $31 is quite a jump. But the next day went from $31 to $5.38. So yeah, that was at the time the lowest of the month. Then it went back up to about $14, $12, $8.70, then up to $15 and something, roughly $10 the following day, $8 and change the following day. But then the next day, June 13th, it went from $8.29 down to $2.25. And I was like, that's kind of weird, another jump. But it stayed low all throughout the rest of the month thus far. So from June 13th to June 19th, and probably today as well, I'd imagine, I have not been getting much of any money from Cougar Channel. Matter of fact, the daily earnings from Cougar Channel per day wouldn't even be enough to buy a gallon of gasoline. Yeah. To put in perspective, my second channel, CubeCompMTDX, which has only a fraction of the subscribers and a lower count of daily views, more watch hours but lower views overall, CubeCompMTDX has earned way more than Cube Computer Channel has. That's backwards. That's really backwards. So here's what's going on, and here's what I suspect. Now, if this was actually invalid traffic, I would have expected to have seen a spike in traffic, but there was no spike in traffic. Trust me, I looked back at my information, looked at analytics, and looked back at my traffic, and every day it's pretty consistent. And the thing about invalid activity or invalid traffic, which let me go and pull this up and I'll put a screenshot of the video. So I should mention, this is important if you are a YouTube creator who makes money off your videos. So examples of invalid traffic on the videos include automated or incentivized traffic from third parties, including traffic boosting services, which I don't subscribe to or any of that, and others claiming to be legitimate ad networks, among others. Number 2, friends or contacts letting playlists of your videos run all day long, resulting in a boost in ad revenue, or ad traffic, excuse me, due to ads playing on those videos. Well, here's the thing. Yes, I do have playlists on the channel, but to be honest with you, I think a lot of times a viewer who has extra time, they may sit down and watch through a playlist. I have several playlists of various topics here on the channel. Or a viewer may sit down and put on a playlist to listen to while they're doing something in the house or something. So that thing is going video by video. And the thing is, this is where I think this bug, I'm still going to call it a bug, comes into play. The videos are going one by one, and let's say the person is not on premium, so they're getting ads. Every video has a skippable video ad at the beginning. That ad plays full out, so I'm assuming that means the maximum payout because that ad was watched. The ad was not clicked, but it was watched. I seriously think that the system that YouTube and Google AdSense uses is getting some mistaken false positives here lately. Because when you look up on the internet and look up on YouTube, a lot of channels are being affected by this. Some channels losing monetization completely. Some channels either losing it for 30 days or some channels completely losing it altogether. And the thing is with Google AdSense is if they disable your account for invalid activity or invalid clicks, it's hard to get it back. And here's the thing that really just burns me up. So, key things to prevent invalid traffic as a YouTube creator: don't play your own ads. for one thing. That's something I don't do. Don't tell your viewers. And yeah, I think I forgot to finish that list off. So, number 1, automate or incentive traffic from third parties. Number 2, friends or contacts letting playlists of your videos run all day long. Number 3, announcing to your viewers that they should watch or click through ads on certain videos to boost ad traffic. I don't do that. I don't ask y'all to click ads on my videos. Absolutely not. Now, I do ask that you like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And speaking of subscriptions, this has actually been a very good month for subscriptions added. I've had over 100 so far just this month. So the way I see it, there's an increase in traffic to the channel. That doesn't mean it's invalid traffic. It just means that there has been an increase in traffic to the channel, or at least an increase in interest. I mean, think about it. So the thing about Google AdSense is they expect you, the content host, to prevent invalid traffic. Now, if you was hosting your own website, sure, I could see that. But when your only AdSense use is to monetize YouTube videos, it's YouTube's website. Why doesn't YouTube help prevent invalid traffic from ever occurring? They claim they do, but how is it the creator's fault if it happens? Now, it would be the creator's fault if you were clicking your own ads or doing any of those 3 things they tell you not to do, but I've done none of those 3 things. So why am I the one getting punished by this, by a huge drop in ad revenue? Why is that? Why is that the case? And the thing that really disturbs me is the fact that this is happening to people who make their living off YouTube. Now, I've been in the YouTube Partner Program for 12 years, nearly 12 years. And 2012 was the first year that I started basically meeting the threshold minimum payout of $100 every month. And years thereafter, revenue has picked up quite a bit. And let's just say that Cube Computer Channel and Cube Comp MTDX combined have helped me to pay the bills over the years. It's always nice to have that extra income, and honestly, I had hoped to be able to grow my channels enough to where I could perhaps leave my full-time job and start a healthier lifestyle of not having to sit in an office 40 hours a week, but rather work on YouTube videos at a more flexible schedule and be able to get out and exercise and do things I like. But of course, that hasn't happened. And now, the thing is, I'm a bit uncomfortable even the idea of going full-time on YouTube with stuff like this happening. I mean, think about it. It'd be like, let's say you make, I don't know, let's say you make $20 an hour as your hourly wage. Let's say your boss came to you and said, effective immediately, we are reducing your pay down to $6 an hour or to $3 an hour. That's kind of what YouTube has done here with me to an extent. I mean, I went from earning, let's say, between $8 to $15 a day to earning less than $3 a day for the past week. So, in the past week, I have earned equivalent of what I would make in a day earlier this month. So, that's the thing that's very disturbing, and it's like YouTube just don't really care. I have reached out to their partner support, and the first time they asked, please include a screenshot. Well, I did, but this time, since I was emailing them back, I included several screenshots. And in their reply, they basically said, oh, we don't see any invalid activity or invalid traffic on your channel at the moment. I think to myself, did you not read the email? Did you not read it and see what I had posted? I posted a screenshot of the message literally saying, ads on one or more of your videos have been limited due to invalid traffic. They don't tell you what that invalid traffic is. They don't tell you what video is being affected. They just tell you one or more of your videos is having ads limited due to invalid traffic. Okay, well, a few days later, the message went away on its own. I didn't click dismiss on it. It just went away on its own. But clearly something's still going on. Because when you look at the breakdown of revenue by ads, by ad types, the video ads have plummeted down to next to nothing. Whereas over at CubeComp MDDX, it's still the usual. Yeah, I should mention that CubeComp MDDX is not being affected by this at all. Knock on wood, it doesn't get affected because, I mean, dang, that'd be bad to have it happen to both my channels. But the thing is, I mean, CubeCreator channel, that's the one I invest a lot of time in. I invest a lot of effort into this, and I've said in previous videos that, of course, as I'm getting older, here I am almost 32 years old, I have a lot more responsibilities and things to take care of. It ain't like 2012 when I was, 21 years old in college living with my parents. Things are a bit different now. So I have to consider YouTube. Of course, it is, don't get me wrong, it is still a hobby. But I always have to factor in the return on investment for the time put in. And when YouTube is only, basically, when I'm only getting roughly not even enough money to buy a gallon of gasoline, it's like, man, it's almost like I could have shut it down and not really lose much money. But it's not just about the money. I would never shut this channel down. I would hate to shut it down, actually. But the thing is, it's not fair when basically you've put in all this work over the past decade, yes, decade, trying to grow the channel into at least a good secondary income, which it has for many years been a good source of secondary income outside my regular job. But now it looks like those days have come to an end, unless YouTube fixes their mess. So yes, as I mentioned earlier, I have contacted their partner support. As mentioned, they told me, "Oh, we don't see any issues with your with invalid traffic on your channel." I'm like, bull crap! It just happened the other day. And I mentioned in the email that I basically stated in the email before they even had a chance to say, well, make sure you don't watch your own ads, or make sure you don't subscribe to any boosting services, and make sure you don't tell your friends and family and your viewers to click those ads. I went ahead and mentioned that none of the above has been done by me. So, yeah. And this is the thing, coming back to what I was talking about earlier. So, when you use AdSense as a content host on, let's say, your own website, you run your own website, you host your own website, that kind of stuff. It is a bit more on your end to be responsible to prevent invalid traffic, but when you're hosting your content on someone else's website, YouTube is not my website. I don't host YouTube. YouTube hosts YouTube videos. And their algorithm controls a lot of how videos get recommended, and viewers' behaviors also contribute a lot to that as well. So if John Doe sits down and puts one of my videos on loop, or sets a playlist to loop around, or just sits down and watches the whole playlist of videos, or if, let's say, someone at an organization with a lot of users under one IP address, public IP address, watches my videos, I can't help that. That's out of my control. What am I supposed to do? Shut it down? I thought last night, I was thinking to myself, should I just take every freaking playlist off my channel? Because apparently, according to YouTube and according to Google, people watching your playlist can generate invalid activity or invalid traffic. It's all about Google and YouTube covering for the advertisers, and screwing the creators who publish the content to YouTube to make YouTube what it is. As I mentioned earlier, I had come across videos about several channels, including ones that have been around for a long time, including big ones like, for example, Hutch. That's a channel that's been around roughly the same time as CubeCreator channel. It's like, channels like that are getting affected. Just imagine if some of the big tech channels get affected. Let's say Linus Tech Tips. Let's say Linus, or whoever manages his videos, sits down at his YouTube studio and sees that ads are being limited on one or more of his videos due to invalid traffic, and his revenue goes way down. Yeah, how well would that work out? How well would that work out? How would, of course, Linus is a big company now. They have more income sources than just YouTube, but you think about that. Let's say it starts happening to big channels. Maybe then it might come to light and see that maybe there's a problem somewhere with YouTube's algorithm, or a problem somewhere with Google AdSense's protection. It's all about protecting those advertisers, huh? Even when it's legitimate views and legitimate traffic. Oh, let's call it invalid traffic and screw over the content creator and refund that money back to the advertisers. I mean, those advertisers. I mean, yeah, let's protect them. One of these days, I mean, they might protect the advertisers so much that, who knows, maybe there won't be hardly any content to monetize, and then the advertisers won't, well, yeah, the advertisers, it'd be great for them because they ain't got to spend no freaking money. So, yeah, I'm telling you guys, this has been a long freaking week. You know, having to deal with this crap. And honestly, it's primarily why I have not uploaded any more videos here lately. Because, you know, of course, like I said, it is a hobby, but then again, when I have a busy schedule, I have to consider the return on investment. It's either I cut back or I begin charging memberships. Ooh, that wind's going out there. It's either I cut back or I start doing memberships. Some channels do memberships. I have always taken more of the all my content is available for free with ads, or if you pay for premium, it's an ad-free experience. You don't have to pay any extra other than the YouTube premium fee. But when Google and YouTube are throttling revenue based off of, I'm calling a false allegation of invalid traffic, because I have a hard time believing there's invalid traffic on my channel. I have a seriously hard time believing that. It's like, you know, and I've seen stories of people reaching out to YouTube's partner support and basically either getting the cold shoulder or getting the phrase, just keep on creating and things will get better. That'd be like your boss cutting your pay down from $20 down to $3 an hour, saying, it's okay, just keep working as you've been working before, everything's going to be fine, even though you might not be able to pay your mortgage next month. It's seriously, this is a serious issue that needs to be addressed. Of course, invalid traffic is invalid traffic, but on YouTube, it's like, you know, YouTube has the resources and they have everything they need to prevent invalid traffic without saying to the creators, it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to prevent invalid traffic on our website. Yeah. It's ridiculous. There's another thing I could say, but I'm not going to say it here. But it's just so ridiculous. So, yeah, guys, that's kind of what's been going on here lately with Q-Crew channel over the past week. And like I say, it's to the point where it's like, if things don't straighten out soon, in order for me to continue creating content, it's like, am I going to have to start charging a membership? I mean, I would probably only charge like maybe $1, you know, $1 a month or whatever it is. I wouldn't charge much. But it's like, why should I have to do that when, again, my views have not really dropped over the course of this time period? Like, for example, it says 12.5k views, 7% less than the previous 7 days. But estimated revenue, $16.35, 78% less than the previous 7 days. 78%. Heck, I'm surprised that that bar graph showing the daily revenue, I'm surprised it didn't dip down below zero and start charging me money. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely freaking ridiculous. And one thing I did notice was on that day where the revenue jumped up to $31, I think I remember originally seeing it being $31 and a little bit of change. But then I noticed it changed to $31, and then I noticed that invalid traffic messages on Studio, and then my ads, more or less my revenue dropping down to next to nothing compared to what it was previously. Now I guess I could be thankful that they didn't just completely disable monetization altogether. Again, over something that I had nothing to do with. And again, over something that many creators have absolutely not a dang thing to do with. It's like, you know, again, the creator. How's it their fault if a bot goes to their channel on YouTube's website? Not the creator doesn't own the website. They just upload the videos, and there's a partnership, a revenue share on the ad revenue. How is it the creator's fault if some malicious viewer or some bot causes invalid traffic, or, Lord forbid, if the system itself mistakenly identifies valid views and traffic as invalid traffic as a sake of a means of being able to refund the advertisers and protect the advertisers? Who gives a crap about the creator? I mean, dadgum. So, anyways, guys, it's been nearly half an hour since I started this recording. I'm going to go and end it now because I'm sure my blood pressure is getting higher and higher just thinking about this. So, yeah, I guess the good thing is, as I think I mentioned already, is so far nothing has happened with CubeComp MBDX, and of course I've been spending a lot more time with that channel this week because the weather has been crazy this week, a lot more storms and stuff like that, and it does take a good bit of time sometimes to deal with the thunderstorm videos and get them uploaded because it's usually 3 videos per storm. And picking out the footage from 8 hours or more of raw footage filmed by my storm cams that sit out in the yard for 8 to 10 hours a day. So, yeah, guys, it's ridiculous. So, anyways, I appreciate your support, and stick around. Hopefully, things will get better. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, thanks for taking the time to watch this video from Kuku channel. If this is your first time, please subscribe to the channel and be sure to tick the bell so we get notified when a new video post. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, leave a comment, and share this video as well as the channel with your friends and get the word out. Also, I have a second channel, that's CubeComp MTDX. Over there you'll find videos about thunderstorms and weather, cycling, and videos about me personally. Feel free to subscribe over there as well if you like. Again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for your support.